To understand a process, we need to first understand what a project is. A project is a temporary undertaking done by many people to produce a unique outcome. If this was a one-off, we could see a process like a chain of activities where each activity is part of the process. So if this was about selecting a supplier, the process is select supplier. Each activity may be something like invite supplier. And this activity could then be broken into work instructions, to procedures of exactly how do we invite suppliers. So this is a process. It has a clear outcome, which is about supplier select. So the benefit of having a process is that you can repeat it over and over again, and you can learn from each time you do it. Well, the business processes are everywhere in the company. As long as you can find activities that many people do, that you do more times each year, could be every week, every month, every quarter, then in fact they are a business process. You find the business processes by asking yourself the question, how often will we repeat this activity? Does it span multiple people? And if we repeat it and it spans multiple people, then it may be a business process, an emerging business process that may make sense to document. Everybody's familiar with the sales funnel, but there is actually also what I would call a work funnel. And a work funnel speaks about how you gradually make more and more work specific and documented. So if we understand the chunks of work we have in the organization, we have a big chunk on top here called ad hoc. So these are the things that people are doing every day, but they're doing them in slightly new ways, sending emails, making phone calls, and nobody really can explain exactly what they're doing because it's done slightly differently every day. And then we have a more structured activity, which may be projects, where you have a Gantt chart and you have a clear charter and you know what you're doing. And then lots of companies are starting to automate. They want to do robotic process automation, or they just generally want to automate how they're doing things. But we can't jump from all this ad hoc to projects, and this is where we get into these emerging processes, could we call them. So in all of this space here is where we find the processes. So we have activities that are being repeated, and we are starting to document them and learn who does what. And as we mature them and document them and stabilize them, we will make more and more of them ready to be automated. So this funnel is about some people finding out what should this company be doing or try to do, and certain things will be dropping off, things we should not be doing. But slowly it will trickle down and it will be automated and new stuff will come in. So the whole point is the higher degree of documentation and knowing what you do, the more you can run these processes fast and effectively and without errors before you can finally automate them. Once you have identified your process, you need to start mapping it. So when you start mapping the flow, then you understand who does what in the process, and this is the first step.